How do top salespeople, despite economic recessions or high inflation or challenging financial times, keep performing consistently at a high level? How do they make this happen? And one thing they do is they stop the following habits I'm going to share with you. If you stop doing these things consistently, you will get way better results. There are 4 keys to acceleration. Number 1, what you're going to start doing, what you're going to stop doing. And this is one of the keys to acceleration. The other 3 and 4, what you're going to increase, what you're going to decrease. So the point is, with this, you can accelerate your sales immediately. The first habit that you're going to stop is the wrong mindset. A mindset is a habit. A mindset is a fixed mental attitude that determines how you interpret what's happening to you. If every time when something happens, you have the opportunity to choose an interpretation. People say things like, wow, I couldn't control myself, I just had to respond accordingly. You can always control yourself. There's a moment of opportunity to choose your response. I remember I was playing with my baby, and I'll play with him. All of a sudden, he gave me a dirty slap. When I say dirty, you don't call dirty slap, really, really bad. And when the slap hit, for a moment, I responded like, what? Then my mind quickly registered and said, this is a baby. So it dawned on me that even if I was upset because I wasn't expecting a slap, but I had a moment to choose my response. So the right mindset, the wrong mindset constantly looks at problems and doesn't make an attempt to choose an interpretation. That's the problem. So make an attempt to say to yourself, how can this situation empower me? I may not like it, but in what way can this thing work for me? And I can look at it and say, wow, thank God this happened. This is what I took from it. So constantly putting the effort to choose an interpretation. So the wrong mindset, first habit. The second habit, poor choice of words. Poor choice of words. You hear people who are not doing well, they say things like, I can't do it. It's so difficult. It's not my time. I'm not so skilled. I'm not so good at this. Choose the right words that will encourage you, that will fire you up. Top salespeople always choose the right words, and they're intentional about what they say. Identity is more powerful than ability. And one of the ways you can sell your identity to yourself is with words. Whatever identity you have right now, it was sold to you. It was sold to you from what your parents said to you, what your environment said to you, your teachers said to you, your friends said to you. Choose. If this identity is not empowering you, meaning that you're not seeing the right results right now, choose an identity that can make you start to see the right results. A possibility thinking. I can do it. I'm number 1 in this industry. I'm the best. Every prospect I meet, I can close. So, but when you say the wrong things, and you start to talk about your boss negatively, you talk about your company negatively, you complain about your product, you grumble and you murmur, then it's going to go into your heart and it's going to affect how your results will be. The third habit that affects people and even keeps them poor is bad work ethics. Poor work ethics. Work in sales is not work in accounting or HR. Now, all due respect to accountants and HR people. But what I mean is, if the other day I spoke to an accountant and I said, if you're going to train on accounting and 5 people were to train on accounting, wouldn't you all be sharing the same concepts and sharing the same material? He said, yes, it will probably be the same thing because you study the same thing. But if in sales, if 5 people are going to share about sales, it's going to go in different directions. To show you how dynamic selling is. And that's why I'm saying that work in accounting or in HR or any other profession is not work in selling. Work in selling is one word, meetings. 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 Meetings with prospects. The more meetings you have with people who can do business with you, the higher your chances of meeting any budgets or meeting any targets. We're going into 2025. Are you ready to bust your budgets? Are you tired of being behind budget or being average? Average is never attractive. Only number 1 is attractive, and there's enough room for everybody to be number 1. And that's what I'm saying. Improve your work ethics. Go for more meetings. I remember the story of a top-selling lady. I was told that when others are going home, they will see her. She'll say, "What are you doing? Why have you not gone home yet?" I have a set number of calls to make every day. I've not met my call target. I want to make sure I meet it before I go home. Come on. Right work ethics. But poor work ethics, they allow their emotions drive them. So they say, I've done enough work today. I don't feel like it's ready. Close the time. I need to go home right now. But they've not even they've not yet done the work they've agreed themselves to do so they can meet the targets. I agree with yourself now. In 2025, how many meetings are you going to have every day? Is it 4 meetings per day? We will recommend the minimum of 4 meetings per day. How many calls are you going to make every day? How many emails are you going to send out every day? And keep to it. If after 3 months of doing this consistently, you notice that the numbers have not improved, increase the activity. So, number 3, poor work ethics. Number 4, inability to negotiate based on value. Inability to negotiate based on value. Very bad habit. There are people who, whenever they negotiate only based on price. They have a belief that if it is cheaper, people will buy more. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've seen it happen before. Somebody's talking to you about, you're selling to someone, and the person is reluctant to make a purchase, and he sounds like it's the price that's the issue. You reduce the price, and the person still doesn't pay. There have been cases where we will say things like, okay, don't worry, how much do you want to pay? He mentions the amount, okay, pay. He still doesn't want to pay. Just to show you that it's not price that's the issue. Human beings are value driven. Whenever a prospect looks at value, he's always checking into the price. Even if you think he's price driven, if he looks at the price, he's always checking into the value. He's checking like this before he makes his decision. So negotiating based on price is affecting many salespeople. What do? Take the conversation back to value. Lead the conversation. If the prospect is moving to price, bring it back to value. He's heading to price, bring it back to value. And you'll find out that value will take its place in the negotiation. Habit number 5, losing existing business. There are people who are already doing business with you. And there's the opportunity to repeat business with these people. There are some people who like to lose business. They always lose business, and it's a dangerous thing. Refuse to lose any business in 2025. Every business, you want to take control of it. Every business you currently have, you want to make sure that the client stays. See, it is far easier to keep an existing business than it is to get a new one. Because an existing business, they've already tested you. They've experienced you. They know that, you can do this thing your product says it can do. All they want is your concern, your care, your follow-up, to let them know that, hey, I'm with you, I'm working with you. And the root of this losing existing business a lot of times is selfishness. Some people, they don't really love their prospects. They don't take time to sell with their hearts. I worked in an organization when I resigned. The MD had a meeting with all the sales people. And I was told, someone called me and she said, Yuri, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. This was when I sold to 21 HNIs in 1 month in that organization. So he said, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. I said, thank you so much. I said, in a early morning meeting today, the manager said that Yuri works with a good heart. He works with all his heart. So work with all your heart so that you don't lose existing business. Habit number 6 that are affecting a lot of salespeople. Keep them poor. Failure to get referrals. Nobody will give you referrals because they had a fantastic time. Some people think that the moment the client is happy and is very excited, he will just be giving you referrals. No. It is only if he's angry, he will give you anti-referrals. People who will spread bad news about what you have done. But as long as it's only good you've done for this prospect or this client and is happy with you, he won't by himself just start to talk about you. You have to intentionally ask for referrals. So one of the habits that affect a lot of people is that they don't have a referral request process or a referral request routine. Whenever you go and visit your existing clients, practicing relationship management, never leave the door without asking for referrals. Because most times they are happy with what you've done for them. But if you don't ask and you shall receive. Ask. I had a story of Steve Jobs that he was trying to get a software to do something for his business, and he didn't know who to talk to. He didn't know who to get it from. He said he wrote to so many CEOs and one responded and helped him out for free. The point is, he didn't know that all he needed to do was ask. So that's why asking is key. Habit number 7, fear of failure. Fear of failure. Refuse to allow the negative emotions of failure drive you. Whenever people succeed, the thoughts or the possibility of fear was always present. Whenever people fail as well, the thoughts and the possibility of success was always present. It's just a choice. Choose to see success only. You'll be better off if you were expecting to succeed and you failed than if you were expecting to fail and you failed. Because you can't expect to fail and win. So expect to succeed. Expectation is a skill. Refuse to allow the thoughts of fear. And that's why your words are important. See, you don't drown fearful thoughts with fearful thoughts. You drown fearful thoughts with words. In 2025, your budget may have been doubled. It may have been increased radically. When you get to work, you say to yourself, I can do this thing. And you start to imagine yourself at the end of the year, number one salesperson. You start to imagine yourself, you've met your budget. You met your target speedily. And finally, habit number 8. Stopping a lot of salespeople from being the best version of themselves. Doubting yourself. Doubting yourself. Second guessing yourself. I like the words of Les Brown. Les Brown says, every day you must sell your abilities to yourself. Sell your abilities to yourself. Nobody will tell you how good you are. A lot of what there's a saying that people are more concerned about their headache than another person's cancer. Think about it. Somebody else has cancer. They're not concerned about the person. They're concerned about their own headache. Something that Panadol cannot take off. They're concerned about that than the other person who has cancer. Refuse to doubt yourself. Sell your abilities to yourself. Tell yourself that this is going to be a great year. Tell yourself that this budget will be exceeded. Sell it to yourself. Remind yourself that you're not a failure. You can do it. Your past experiences may look like you have never done well, but it doesn't matter. There comes a time when the river has to change direction. There comes a time when the road has to bend. There comes a time when the steering wheel has to move. There comes a time. This is the time. And you say to yourself, I can do it. I'm not going to doubt myself for 2025. I'm going to be the best version of myself, and I'm going to win. Thank you so much for watching. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. This Christmas Day. And I hope that you're going to watch this video again and share with others. Please enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Please remember to like, remember to subscribe so that you can be able to get this content consistently and be able to join us for our live sessions every day. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you. In the comment section, you should type for us what they like the most. Can you type for us from the comment section which of the points got your attention the most? I'll be glad. Bye then.